So, Bill, I think all of us have a few questions, if that's okay.
That's fine. Welcome to Facility Safety Nomenclature Part 2. What's your first goal? Can I take my mask off, Liz?
Um,
I'm 10 feet away from you. Is that acceptable?
Absolutely.
I know it scares people when I take it off, but they'll get over it.
I think it might just because of your face,
It's
but
an initial shock.
so how are classrooms going to be cleaned every night?
Okay, well, right now, technically, we're down 2 custodians, but very quickly we'll have custodians back. Very excited about these additions. Let's just start with trash and recycling. And everything I'm talking to you about, of course, is during our remote teaching that leads up to November 2nd. Trash and recycling. When you're here, it's not very efficient for everybody to have a trash can in their room. So I'm going to provide 2 larger trash cans out in the hallway. I'd like everybody to just bring their stuff out there. It makes collection easy and efficient and eliminates waste. Recycling. Recycling would be the same. We'll keep the recycling bucket in the center of the academic hallway or wherever you are. We'll keep one relatively close to you. Recycling goes directly into the larger wheel tote. Then our people will go through, and I've got some technology to show off.
Woohoo!
This is Milwaukee's new battery backpack vacuum. With 2 batteries, I can give 50 minutes of runtime on high as 2 settings. It's HEPA filtered, easy to empty the canister. I love it. I've been waiting for 5 years to see a vacuum I actually like, so it's here. So belay my excitement. They will be vacuuming all your classrooms to eliminate that dust, even though, we're going to do this every night, even though it's just you in the classroom, that will be done. We'll do it for the sake of practice and getting into a routine. Remember, you probably heard me say routines are going to be hard to follow. This is one routine we will do our best to follow every night because it's for your safety. These are Kodal Clear hand sanitizers in the gallon portions. We did not go with hands-free because they don't tend to put out enough. And when the kids come back, I know we had them before, but when the kids come back, they will be used 50 times as much. And if they're going to pump them or use them 2 or 3 times each person, 150 times as much, and they're not robust enough. These are robust. I know what you're saying. I'm putting my hand on a dirty dispenser, but you're immediately cleaning your hands. These will be cleaned by someone during the day, about 4 times a day at least. So we will pay attention to these. These will be at the entry points of the building in the mornings, and we'll move them to strategic places where they can be utilized during the day to help students, staff, people passing by. What we chose for, and I know you guys all know about disinfecting foggers, what we chose was the Counter-Strike plug-in, and the reason I chose this is it puts out more product. So we can move a little faster, put out more product, and it just is going to be a very robust design. The batteries, they have to be filled with product more often. And this I can do 4 classrooms in one spot. I just plug it in once and do 4 classrooms. The bathrooms will be done with these 2. The disinfectant we're going to be using for the classrooms is by Betco. It's called Fight Back 2. It's food safe. It's relatively safe for people because it only uses citric acid and lactic acid, both of which is found in your body.
Woohoo!
Just ask our track coach about lactic acid. He probably used to feel that about 300 yards into a 400-meter race. I'll tell you. At any rate, this is what we'll be using. So you've heard me talk about that specific disinfectant. That's for classroom use. And in the bathroom use, we'll use a more stock and trade multi-spectrum disinfectant, just because there's more things we definitely need to kill with the use that typically is involved in a restroom. Let's talk about cleaning No, we're not gonna,
What about cleaning the floors?
cleaning the floors. What we're adopting this year is hook and loop flat mop systems typically used in hospitals. The reason they're used in hospitals is you take a pre-saturated pad, put it on a head and a handle, use it, peel it off, throw it in a bag to be laundered, and start with a new one. So one pad per classroom, and that's how we're going to clean, just because it segregates exposures and it provides a good clean in that it's hook and loop, microfiber, looped in microfiber. It'll do a great job. You know what they say, that this is going to change schools. COVID-19 will change the way schools do things. This program probably will never stop because it's going to make so much sense. And someday, God willing, when this is over, people are going to say, why do I need to change, Bill? I'll just stick with this. So that's probably here to stay. But please note that that's how we'll be cleaning floors, vacuuming, and then that flat mop system. Why don't you ask me any questions that come up, Liz?
So what about the students that will be in the building with us, starting September 14th?
As I understand it, Liz, there will be or may be a small population of special needs students. I don't know if they'll be confined to one space, two spaces, three spaces, whatever. But if we had an exposure at that point, what we would be able to do before we went back, providing there's no quarantine issues or anything that goes beyond that, is we would wipe down all surfaces in the classrooms and then fog it. That would tend to take it out of circulation for 4 hours.
It's not too bad. What about things that teachers can do in the classroom with their students?
I'm going to suggest that with the cleaning of the desk and chairs, maybe specialized touch surfaces before class change, that we embark, and I'll cover this in another video, that we embark on a simple project that utilizes a paper towel, sawed in half to make 2 rolls of paper towels, with simple dispensers with slits cut in their lids, like a coffee container or whatever. We give you a requisite amount of the food safe disinfectant, and when you need these, you and the students can just make them up. It's only going to take 5 minutes and 2 students. And you'll be able to keep these supplies with you. We won't be breaking the bank. And I'm not here worried about money. What I'm worried about, what I'm promoting is buy-in. Get the students involved. Get them to understand why they're as much responsible or part of the solution as all of us. We talk about the Sizer community. I'm just trying to preserve and enhance that community. And the small project could go a long way with that. So that's what I'll be promoting. We'll see how that goes. I hope it causes some good discussions, both positive and negative. I'm ready to talk to you. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
How about just generalized touch surfaces? We have Tom and I that are going to be running around making things work. Bathrooms are going to be cleaned 3 times during the day. We'll be going over touch surfaces on doors. We may be trying to segregate paths into the school so certain things get touched. As the teachers may or may not know, but I'm going to say anyway out loud, all doors will be open. We were going to tag the doors for, let's say, all usable spaces will be open. We were going to tag them with green and red cards, but all we really came down to is that if a room is being used, it'll be open before you even get there. Your classroom will be open. If you have to go into a space, open the door, leave the door open. That's a cue for us to go into, at least in the minimum, fog it and clean the handle on the door or any other touch surface that we know. Maybe somebody went in to use the water dispenser. That's another thing, water dispensers. We're going to be adding a water dispenser up by room C200 near the water fountains on 2nd floor in the upper atrium. That will be added. We probably, with every dispenser that is located in a non-common area, and I say the break room, maybe the third floor supply room, we may be bringing those outward because the kids have to have access. So I'm probably just eliminated a lot of questions with involving that. We do have a new company with the dispensers this year, Bayberry out of Townsend. They'll do a good job, and we've thought about that. I want to let you guys out there know we're thinking about a lot of things, but being in that community, come to us with concerns, something we may have missed. We just love that. Anything else, Liz? I know we missed things. We'll do a part 3, 4, 5, exponent 2, and cover everything. Thank you, everyone.